results. Pastor, we're loaded on into game one.
Yes, we are. And this guy down here, he is loaded in to Team NV. And let's see if he can load in a victory screen. As spawning down here in the bottom position, he is Creator.
And we were talking about innovative Terran players. Well, I got one here, spawning in the upper left. In the red, he is the one, the only Innovation. Now, of course, Innovation, outside of like these rare flashes of brilliance, where suddenly he shows this build that is absolutely brilliant, absolutely genius. He just kind of does the same stuff over again. So we're talking about innovative players. I love how Innovation's name, more often than not, is kind of an oxymoron, right?
Well, you know, that's kind of the thing. Like he's a mechanical Terran, and that doesn't. I'm not talking about him playing mech. I'm talking about just the fact that he will beat you down through his mechanics. Even though he does the same thing over and over and over again, it's doing it over and over again with machine style. What's the word for that?
Precision.
Precision. Yes, exactly. And that's how he's going to try and do it in this one, as once again, he's just going to be skipping that Reaper, getting that early scout, making sure the Nexus is down, and going to stay safe with that first couple of Marines.
Absolutely. Now, it's kind of funny. Even seeing that Marine get skipped is kind of a tell for a couple things. Of course, you do know that there's going to be the factory just a little bit faster. But, not always, because players like Beyond, and Innovation actually has been taking a lot of keys from Beyond in TVZ specifically, playing with kind of a Blue Flame Hellion build that Beyond started bringing back. But Beyond, when he skips a Marine, he says, okay, well, this is actually, you know what, he's going to drop the 2 minutes and 30-second third base, drop 2 additional barracks, and go to town. So we do have a second barracks on the way already. I don't know if we're going to see a third one. There we go. Yeah, this is the Beyond build. This is what I was... Well, there we go. Three barracks, and then we should see third command center somewhat soon. If it's not, maybe it's going to be something a little bit different. But at the very least, it's going to be a 3 barracks attack here. Because, well, when you skip the Reaper, you get a little bit faster gas, which means faster add-ons, which means faster stim.
Oh, BeoMulf, we have not only a Twilight Council, but we have a little sneaky probe down there in the 6 o'clock position. That is not really where you would expect to see one. There is a good possibility that he will be throwing down that proxy Dark Shrine. Just a small chance, though. I'm kind of curious as to why he's not utilizing that guy just yet. But the Adept's going to come in, sees relatively little for his credit. Okay. Oh, my God.
Oh!
Is he doing Adept Glaives versus a Terran player?
He is, and there are a couple builds that this actually is really good against, right? It's not often, it's not common, and you don't normally want to do it. But Creator is actually one of those players that will actually absolutely break out the Adept all in, the Glaive all in, at random points. There we go, 4 additional gateways are on the way, going up to 5. So it's going to be 5 or 6 gate. What do we have right now? Yeah, 5 or 6 gate Adept Glaives coming in. Just a lot of Adepts. Going to shade on into the main base. And you know what? Against a pure Marine ball, I think this hits before Stim, and if that's the case, it's really good. If it hits after Stim, it's really bad. But there we go. We have the Dark Shrine on the way as well as the follow-up. So,
you know what the worst part is? Like, overall? Is that Innovation did make it into the main base. He saw that Twilight Council spooling up, and he saw, like, 1 additional gate. So I think he's about to misread this a little bit and think that it's more than likely going to be some sort of Blink Stalker opening. Oh my goodness, this might not be good for Innovation.
Well, you say that. We already have a missile turret up in the natural here of Innovation, so.
True.
DTs are not going to be all that impactful. And you know what? I mean, we have a bunker here, right? We're going to have a lot of Marines. Stim will be done. Just barely Stim will be timed out properly to make sure that the Adepts get on in. Now, combat shields, the first volley of Adepts, will be able to fight the Marines without combat shields, and that's big, right? Those additional 5 HP do make a significant difference. Now, the Adepts are going to shade on top of this bunker immediately, but the repair is good. The Stim is there, and oh no, Creator, you went for a build, and it's not working out whatsoever.
Oh my God, that was about as bad as it could go for Creator right there. He has invested so much into this. There is almost no way that he can transition properly because now he just needs to pump out the Adepts in order just to survive. Now, keep in mind, however, every single time that innovation stims, he will not be healing with this army as his factory only just now completed. But even then, trying to come in here, he's going to lose even more of these Adepts.
Absolutely, especially concussive shells is now done, so any Adept that's tagged will not escape here. And yeah, sure, is the Mario army of innovation, is it falling down just a little bit? Yeah, but it's +1 bio, it's stim, it's combat shields, it's all the fun stuff. This is a terrifying army. That Stalker's going to get tagged and killed as well. And yeah, we do have 6 more Adepts coming on in at a time, but again, we have 10 Marines, we have 3 Marauders, we have a bunker. That being said, though, the army supply is kind of equalizing here just a little because, you know, Creator, he's spending all of his chrono on these gateways. His production cycle is just a little bit faster. And this army is not all that healthy at the moment. So the Adepts are going to skate on top of things. They're going to do what they can to target things down, but of course, well, the bunker's there, and you can't. Adepts do not break bunkers.
They do not.
That's surprising.
Yeah, but they are going to be able to bypass the bunker a little bit, go straight for the mineral line. As well as the reinforcements going to be coming in, just getting a little bit of extra damage done. Innovation, his supply is starting to go down. He's losing quite a few of these SCVs down to just 36, and a couple more may fall before this is all over. And so what started as a pretty bad time for Creator is now starting to at least pay some dividends. But again, you need so much more damage done because of the fact that your opponent now has medevacs. And on top of that, you're not transitioning. You're not getting that third base ever in this game. It's just too expensive, too risky.
Absolutely not. And on top of that, well, +1 armor is now done here. So innovation, this is 1/1 bio with stim combat shields, concussive shells against 0/0 Adepts. And Adepts, they're not a great late game unit. They were at one point, and in fact, they were built to be kind of a counterpart to Zealots in the just the bulk of the Terran army, but that's not what they are now. That was a brief lived period in the Legacy of the Void and the
Dark
beta,
Ages.
It was just a little bit too powerful. But now they're not. Now Adepts are going to try to shade on in once again, but there is a Widow Mine here. There's a bunker. There is a ton of bio. Now, it will be a little bit of a Trader Widow Mine, but with the SCVs being pulled here, this is 1/1 bio. It should. Looks like I think it's going to be enough here for innovation. Yeah, it's absolutely going to be enough here for innovation. Look at this, 41 army supply to 6.
Yeah, and that's going to fall even further. Trying to just deny that army for a little bit longer, give himself a little bit more time with a smaller upgrade deficit. He's only just now dropping the Forge. Yeah, this transition, I can give you the number of times that this is going to work on one hand, and I would not have to use a single finger. The DC is nice, but yeah, Scan's gonna go down, and I think Innovation might try and go in for the kill here at double the total supply, as a certain Frenchman would say it.
Absolutely, yep. You know, they say win behind Dark Shrine, but unfortunately, sometimes you're too behind even for the Dark Shrine. +2 attack is on the way here for Innovation, but that doesn't even matter. This drop will get scouted, of course. The DT doing a good job there. But what can you warp in that actually defends against this? We're going to see one defensive DT and a couple stalkers, but I don't really know how useful any of that will be here. Widow Mines will go down. DT is going to get targeted down. GG, Innovation. He will withstand the onslaught and put himself one game away from a date with Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's definitely a date you want to look forward to because, honestly, if you can go out first in your group on this day one, then that is the best way to get in. So we're going to be hopping into game number 2 on Death Aura. I gotta say, Death Aura and Lightshade, the two most seen maps in this pool. Do you agree? In longer series, maybe longer series, maybe you'll see Jag and Antha thrown in there, but it's always going to be Death Aura and Lightshade when it comes to
Romantacide's up there too.
Sometimes. Most
depends
like
on
half
the
the
matchup.
time. Yeah.
You see it like every time in PvZ.
Oh my goodness, like PvZ. What an absolute crazy matchup these days because everybody is throwing down Void Race.
It's become my least favorite matchup, to be totally honest. It's just like it's kind of derivative at this point. You see the Zerg all in, it doesn't work. The Protoss player wins. It's super binary. But that's not what we got here. We got a TVP coming on up. It's game 2, Innovation versus Creator. Take it away, Passer.
Spawning down here in the bottom position, representing Team NV. Give it up for our blue Protoss Creator.
And then his opponent in the upper right, in the red. He is, of course, one game away from the grand finals here of Group C, trying to qualify for Codes directly. He is the machine from Kaiser Gaming, Innovation.
And
So,
okay.
I was a betting man. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see what we saw in game number 1 from the Creator. That just didn't work.
Yeah, you would probably clean out Vegas if you went with that bet.
Well, actually, I'm pretty sure I just would never get odds on it because I think I'd probably get like 1-to-1 odds.
Yeah, exactly.
Here,
Hey,
you put in $1, take out $1. Like it's just not going to happen. I mean, there's no way. Creator, that's a weird build, but I've seen it work, but certainly not against a player like Innovation.
Oh, definitely not. So instead, what he is going to do is he's going to build these buildings down on the low ground, just try and kind of get that wall off done. The thing about Death Aura is your ramp is a little bit more compact, so you can kind of wall it off a little bit better, which is going to help out if Innovation does decide to go for Hellions, like we do see a lot of Terran players do. Now the probe getting really low right there, just a very date with death if he didn't get out of there. As we do see Innovation going to be getting a little bit of a scout of his own. Just wants to confirm the amount of pylons to know that he is going to be completely safe. But even just going to get a Reaper for a little bit of extra assurance.
Absolutely the case. Now, it's kind of funny. Where Creator is very much one of those players where he will go far over supply. He'll go up to 28 of like 30, 40 something. Or you'll get that extra pylon just for the proxy. So he'll have 2 pylons in his main base at the proper time, but then he'll add an additional pylon on the map just to play those mind games. And it's honestly something I understand that you do. It is expensive. That's 100 minerals. That's 2 probes. But it's something I'm always surprised we don't see more and more and more of, just simply because, well, if you rely on too many tells, so say pylon positioning, suddenly if you play against that, you can get so much done. But this Reaper, you talk about getting stuff done, there's only a shield battery in the main base, not the natural. So the Reaper's going to get a probe kill. That's going to be rather nice for him. Now, of course, on the other side of the map, this Adept is being fantastic. Has delayed this command center for quite a while. And Innovation, he's just trying, but well, I guess the bunker with the 1 Marine, it does protect that SCV just a little bit. We got a little bit of a micro battle coming on in here. Now there are 2 SCVs, or excuse me, 2 Adepts coming on in, but they're not targeting down the SCV just yet. SCV will be able to barely complete.
He's about to get supply block.
Okay, the Adepts go out.
Okay, finally getting that up. You know what? The sad thing is for that Reaper, by the way, he has not seen that Stargate at all.
I mean, we have 5 Marines on the map. We're going to have more on the map. Widowmines as well. This is not going to be an incredibly powerful Oracle, but we got a second Oracle after this.
Oh,
that's interesting.
Yeah, Creator's Oracle control is fantastic. Getting multiple Oracles as well is just going to be so good, because what you can do is if you want to fight the Marines straight up and they don't have a bunker, there's not really going to be a lot of them in order to take down 2, even 3 Oracles.
Yeah, this is interesting. We do have 2 additional gateways on the way as well. So I'm wondering, I mean, yes, there's a 3rd base on the way, but I'm wondering if Creator's going to go for some sort of weird, like, gateway Oracle attack, which, if it wasn't Creator, I wouldn't be thinking about it. But Creator, of course, teammate with SOS. He's got some funky stuff. It has been, of course, teammate with SOS for quite a while. You know what? Okay, now, with the Forge getting added on Twilight Council, I guess we're just going to see triple Oracle coming out here, trying to dive on top of Mineral Line, kill everything off. What is... Yeah, we got Widowmine drops coming on in, but of course with the Oracles here. Actually, really nice job there. Innovation dodged the Revelation on the Oracle, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, not to mention he also forced the Oracle to expend some of its energy, because it does take a little bit of an activation fee in order to turn on its cannons. So that's a lot less energy that
Oh!
these oracles are going to get. Beautiful connection right there as well. Oh, beautiful.
Six workers die from that. You're like, that Widowmite almost died. It got his shot off at like the very last second. But yes, 6 workers, 7 total in this game. Innovation, very happy with that, especially considering it is a Stargate opener with 3 oracles, by the way. That's 3 oracles. That is something that Creator absolutely has to get something done with. And he was just forced to stay at home with all 3 of them. Now there are going to be missile turrets in every mineral line, Marines in every mineral line, and Creator's just not going to get anything from this.
None at all. So yeah, you can kind of see he's going to keep them at home for just a little bit longer. Use some of that energy, get those stasis traps up, and just in case Innovation does decide to move out, which, I mean, he could. He does have a superior army count, and Stim and +1 is a very nice timing to move out as the Terran player, since we still don't see a... Okay, never mind. He just throws down the 3rd CC.
Yeah, 5 additional gateways on the way here for Creator, as he does have his blink halfway done, +1 halfway done. Oracles will show on up, but they're just going to reveal the army. And if I'm Creator, I'm terrified of the eventual push out from here from Innovation. Creator really doesn't have his production online. It's only 3 gates, only just now with the additional 5 getting added on. There is no charge. He's gonna try to have to hold with Blink Oracle, and oh man, I don't like that. If I'm a Protoss player and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna hold this, I mean, I want charge. I want maybe +1 armor, +1 attack, sure is fine, but I want charge. I want something that can just swallow the Terran army whole. Just a bunch of blink and force fields does not feel nearly as good with considering how far behind any sort of robo play is. We have Raven trying to get some damage done as well. How many? Got 2 more workers. Okay.
Okay, that's respectable, because again, it's just a lot of indirect damage, because it means that you can't mine from those minerals while that is up. The force fields are good, but they don't really catch anything. So that's just going to deny things. Oh! Oh, that hurt my little Terran brain.
Oh, that stasis trap. Jeez, I was watching the probes come back. Because Creator, he pulled the probes off the mineral line about about 30 seconds ago, and only just now did he go in and actually pull his probes back to mining. So yeah, he had 3 bases, but he was only mining off 2 bases for a good bit of time.
All right, so that wasn't as big a deal as I thought it was going to be. The stasis trap at the top of the ramp is going to come down. There's no force fields available because they were just way too out of position. Now trying to utilize them, but oh my god.
Now, Oracles do a significant amount of damage to Marines, and that is something here for Creator, but the Army Supply from Innovation is too tech heavy. It's too big.
Yeah, just going to essentially brute force his way through. We do have 1 Immortal on the way. He's chronoing it out as fast as possible, but guess what? Immortals are actually not that good versus Marines, and there you have it. Innovation taking the 2-0 victory, and we all saw what happened. He did qualify for out of his group and code S. So congratulations to Innovation. We're looking forward to what we see from you